Everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel. Hopefully the audio is good because I can't hear it. I've got to log on, so let's have a look here. Sounds good to me. How about that? Was that funny or what? That's crazy. That's crazy being a YouTuber, that's for sure. Hopefully everybody's doing well there. Cheers, everybody. I got myself another coffee for the day. Another coffee, as we say. Tastes pretty good. Who else we got in the chat there? We've got Dave Down Under in these times. Was it in these beer times? Is it in these times? I actually got to set up the studio over here as well. Let me just get that. In these beer times, we have Superman to give us some great advice. Wait, we are one day closer. We are indeed one day closer to Pulsechain. It feels like it's going to be like by the time we have the sacrifice, it's probably going to be 2 years from the looks of it. At least 18 months. At least 18 months. All right, so a big welcome from me, and of course Brendan in the house as well. Howdy, Superman. Good to see you, Brendan. Pa excellent. G'day all. Good to see you, Pa excellent. G'day. And of course Brian in there as well, our moderator. Hopefully you've rested now after that marathon yesterday, Brian. People were wondering where you were this morning in the first live stream, and I said, oh, it's because he had such a big day the day before. That's why. And good to see Brian back in the house. Of course, doing amazing work as community lead and head moderator, stuff like that. So we appreciate it. Big shout to Brian, who's multi-talented. So very cool. Let's get into it. And we've got a few things here. We've got the market at the moment pulling back and getting ready for the old Fed Reserve, isn't it? And of course, the market manipulators will manipulate. They'll use the news, use the fear. And of course, here we are, 18,750, down 6.6%. No real reason for it, right? So other than, of course, the Fed. Now, is that a reason? I guess it is. But that's what people are using. That's why the market's going down there, from what I can tell. We've got ETH at 1,305. 1,305 is 1,305, down 10.5% there. No real reason for that. I mean, you know, the proof of work system should be a celebration. Should be a great event, regardless of whether it increases the speed or fees. But of course, the market's pricing it down there. Just the way it goes. This is quick. Welcome to financial markets and crypto. BNB at 262. Down 5.5% at the moment. So lava is red. Let's have a quick look at Hex. And of course, Hex at the moment, 3.25. There is Hex. Brian says 6 hours. Yeah, a great 6 hours was. You had a pretty epic session there. Well done, Brian. Wookie's in house. Says Wookie is selling his house and going all in. Woohoo, says Wookie. Hey, Wookie, just make sure you find the bottom and not the bottom that ends up being another 50% bottom, if you know what I mean. Shane in the house there. Good to see you, Shane. Woohoo. And of course, Wookie Shane's got the Jedi RC. That's the way. CPI numbers must be expected to be much higher, says Brennan. I agree with you on that. Let's get into it. Of course, we've got Hex at 3.225. Obviously pulled down here earlier in the day from 3.5. And of course, we actually looked like we were actually going to almost move up as a breakout from 3.5. But no, sorry, down we came, 3.22. In other words, you can pick up a lot more Hex at this price, obviously, and get a copy of the Pulsechain. Maxi at the moment at a just under 2.2 premium, and that's pretty cool. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Obviously, we're also going to get into Hedron. Hedron at the moment is 3,047. Man, it made a nice little comeback all the way up to 3,800 almost, and then back down. So there we go. Obviously, still under 2 months, maybe 7.5 weeks to go until the big fortnight, big payday. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, people are probably being pretty active on the old ETHW chain, and so we're going to talk about that briefly as well, the ETHW chain. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. Let's get into the other stuff there. Icosa quickly is at a $1.03. $1.03 for Icosa. Let's have a look at the BNB memes quickly. We've got 0.4 of a penny for Pulse Dogecoin on the BNB, P33 at 9.3 cents. And of course, we've got IM there at 7,300. So that's actually recovered a little bit since our first live stream. So nice to see a little bit of a recovery there. Airdrops, let's jump to those. The Pulse Dogecoin, it's currently at $2.62, and it's down 5% in the last 24 hours. And of course, we've got the weight token there. It's actually made a slight recovery there up to just under 0.8 of a penny. So pretty fun there. And the wildcards, these are some of the community members. Comrade Zen there with PZen, making a bit of a comeback there, up to over 0.8 of a penny there, trying to get up here towards, I guess, 0.9 of a penny. And of course, more token from Trayvon up at 92 cents, actually down from where we were earlier we're up towards 98 cents there in our first live stream. So a bit of a mixed day, a bit of a red day, just the way it goes. You get the ups and the downs, and of course we're in those bearish conditions at the moment. We're going to get into the Maximus Perpetuals. Before we do that, let's say hello to a few more people that have arrived in the chat. We've got Francis in the house. Hi, Francis. Hello. Good to see you. Now, I've been watching. I watched the end of the the vigil, the where people were lined up for 24 hours or 20. I just watched the end of it or something. And of course, they had, I think it was the royal representative to the Parliament or something like that. The lady finished it up at the end there. Final people walked through to see the Queen there. And apparently I think she's going to be toured around London a little bit there, so around the promenade there somewhere, and of course then end up for the funeral tonight, which is going to be interesting. The service there apparently it's going to be about an hour, but I think it's going to be pretty good, so we're looking forward to watching that later on. So big thoughts go out there to those in the UK there, obviously to the Commonwealth, and to everyone around the world that has been, mourning this period of the Queen. Just, I've talking to some relatives, just trying to think what other historical figures in our lifetime. Just trying to think. I really racked my brain. I don't think there's anything comparable to the life service of the Queen that we've just saw, and of course the historical figure. So a pretty big deal. And let's see what the future beholds as well. So looking forward to that ceremony later on. So I might talk a bit about that tomorrow. All right, let's get into it though. Maximus, back to crypto. And of course, these are the results for day number 14. And of course, they're still going really, really good. All guns. Day 14, 26.5 million in the base token compared to 24.5 million yesterday. Day 13, 24.4 million in the trio. That's the 3-year stake. That is how much Hex gone in there. And of course, a 23 million a day before, 22.1 million in Lucky compared to 20.9, but a massive Decimus here, 112.6 million compared to 101.5 million yesterday. Phenomenal results for Decimus. Look at Decimus just kicking some butt there. Some absolute stellar numbers. And of course, the total amount is a whopping 185.6 million after 2 weeks. That is a pretty good result. And of course, we've still got approximately 7 days to go. And so we're expecting a bit of a ramp up towards the last couple of days in particular. We're currently at 30.9% of our target of 600 million. Fun. Now, the team is also spectacular. Look at us, 50.4 million in the team. That is amazing. That's how much Maxi's gone into there. Remember that these 4 products here are called the Perpetuals, the base trio, Lucky, and Decimus. They are Hex staking pools. When you put Hex into those, you still own the Hex. And these tokens are your ownership tokens of that Hex stake. So when they get staked, you will own a share of those stakes. You don't lose the Hex. This is an ownership token. The team, however, is a DAO token. When you put the Maxi in there, you lose ownership of the Maxi, but you get the team DAO token. And of course, you get all the benefits that accrue to that. And that does include some of the Maxi that gets put in into the minting process. So just remember they're very different from each other. And at the moment, we're at 17.2% of all Maxi has gone into the team wallet there. And that's absolutely stellar results and really are going great. Let's have a look at the delta, or the change, as we like to say, on day 14. So we're up 2 million in the base. So 2 million Hex has gone in there. It's 2 million more base tokens. Remember, it's a 1-to-1 mint. You put 1 Hex in, you get 1 base token out. There's a 12-month rolling stake there, or perpetual stake. There is a minting redemption phase at the end of the periods, of course. The trio is a 1.4 million increase. That's a 1.4 million Hex gone there. 1.2 million gone to Lucky there. So base was higher than the day before, approximately. These are approximate numbers. The hours is, a little plus or minus. We've got 1.4 million in the trio, 1.2 million Lucky, and of course the Decimus there, big increase on yesterday, 11.1 million. That's a big move. Total 15.7. So a really good day in the office there for the overall pools, and of course that puts it up there. Now the team, of course, 2.3 million gone into team, and that's pretty awesome. Obviously yesterday hard to compete with the Hedge on Deployer going in with 5,555,000. So today has a pretty strong result with 2.3 compared to many of the other days. So pretty nice there. Really strong results. That's the results of day 14, folks. Woohoo! Let's go. And of course, let's scroll back to the actual results on day 14. There we are there. Let's jump over to the actual live results and see where have we gone much higher. Let's have a refresh here. And of course, here we are sitting 185.6 million. So let's see where we are, 185.78. So we've got a couple 100,000 more in there. And of course, we're up at 26.52 on the base. So 26.52, so slightly higher. 24.39. So yeah, the similar amounts there. 22.14 similar. But this one here, 112.6. 112.74, so all gone up slightly since we had the snapshot there that I took myself. So we're at 185,780,895 hex has gone into these staking pools. Pretty amazing. And we're at 20,233 T-shares. Absolutely amazing. And of course, let's jump over and check out how that compares to the maxi stake, which is the 30th biggest stake in hex, the 15th biggest shark. So we're going to divide that by 42, just as a simple number. That's sitting around 48% of the maxi stake at the moment. So it's almost just half the size in terms of T-shares. Isn't that crazy? And we've still got a week to go. And of course, we're expecting some bullish behavior. A lot of the whales, I suspect, are observing. And of course, as we get closer in the last couple of days, we may see a large number of whales go in. So far, we've seen 7 go in. And in terms of minting team, a lot more whales than that have gone in. But in terms of becoming a million holder of teams, we've seen 7 big whales in there so far. Excuse me. So out of the 15 million, 0.37 million team that's been minted, 34.31 million is staked, 16.606 million is in liquid. I suggest that quite a bit of this may end up being liquid. Some of it will be trying to play on the launch premium. Once we break that one-to-one minting phase, we may see a little bit of a premium game go on. We'll find out. The market will decide. We have seen a lot of that behavior. Where it gets more valuable, and so maybe some players might play the short game on that premium. We've got the team contract maxi breakdown. So obviously 50.38 million maxi's gone into the team. That's a one-to-one mint. Out of that 50.538 million, 10.08 million has now gone into the burn. So we've hit 10 million. Very nice. So 10 million there, that is pretty good. Let's see what that percentage is of the total amount of maxi. So 10 million, this is to make it simple, divided by 293.3 million, and that is currently 3.4% is going to be burned, guaranteed. There it is, right there. 10 million. Is that crazy or what? 3.4%. But we've also got this 15.11 million. This is 30%. Remember, this is 20% of the maxi. 30% of the maxi goes into the 369 maxi rebate, and that is one of the 4 type of returns that the team get. I actually think it's kind of like 5 returns, but we're just going to simplify it like that. And we've got 15.11 million has gone in there, 30%. So that's kind of off the market as well, at least for 3 years, 6 years, and 9 years. Remember, 1/3 comes out on year 3, 2/3 year 6, and 3/6 goes out. I think something similar to that. I'll double check that, but definitely 1/6 coming out on the 3rd there. So that's pretty cool. The maxi mystery box there, 25.19 million going to the mystery box. And of course, maybe that is going to be the mysterious dropper for the team and the diamond hands for the perpetual staking. So it's going to be fun to see that. We've now got 1,551 team minters. So that's how many people have minted team. But they also have 63.5 million maxi on the sideline. So there's some big whales in there too. And you can see the leaderboard now. Hex got a whale at the top. And of course, let me just scroll this up a little bit there so you can see that. Hex got a whale at the top there. We've got our 2 big 2 million whales that have gone in. One of them also got 2.5 million sitting on the sidelines. And then we have all our millionaires there. So there's 7 over a million that are holding over a million team. This one's pretty close though, 900,000. It's got 800,000 staked already. So most of them are staked. This one here has got them liquid. And liquid, so 2 of the whales have them liquid. So we'll see what they do with that, whether they stake just before the end or whether they decide to play the short premium game. So we've got lots of different strategies going on there. You can check that out as well. I'll post the link to this in the chat there in case you want to check it out. It's well worth it. Cool. So that's a bit of a wrap up there of the Maximus at the moment. We're going to wrap up on, we're going to, update number day 15 tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But let's see who else is in the house there. We've got a couple more comments. Francis says, hi, it's now. And of course, Wookie's in the house. Says Sandy and Wookie are in the team, says Wookie. Nice one. Sandy finally got into the team. That was pretty nice. And hit the likes team, says Wookie. Yeah, definitely hit the likes. And there is the dashboard. If you want to save that to your favorites, check it out in your own time. So that's pretty cool. That is the results for day number 14, 2 weeks into it, 1 week to go, plus a couple hours, something like that. It does end on September the 27th, 0 UTC time. And that is the last time you can mint team. The last time you can mint the four staking pools as well. Base, Trio, Lucky, and Decimus there. Very nice. So that's pretty cool. Let's jump out of there. That's the end results for that. That's pretty much where we are. And of course, I was going to quickly talk about the ETHW network. We've got KD in the house. Hey, KD. Good to see you. Woo! Good to see you, KD. And there we are. Let me have another drink, actually. Woo! I'm going to get excited. I mean, there's lots of market opportunities at the moment. The question is, we've got the Fed coming out on Wednesday, the 21st, with the interest rates. That is really paralyzing the markets at the moment. Some of the market manipulators are front-running that, of course, selling the assets down. We're seeing that happen. And, of course, they use the news to do that. So let's see where we end up there. At the moment, we've got the ETHW network. Now, I did post an update about that yesterday. Let me just jump in here. And, of course, I posted an update earlier before I tuned in yesterday. Let me just, I'm in the wrong chat there. That's not going to help me. So I actually posted a post yesterday. So I just put an FYI. This was yesterday. Looks like ETHW may have suffered a replay attack. I hadn't had enough time to, verify things. So that's all I had written at the time. But Made with Love did put in a good copy. This is what I actually saw when I actually indicated that. And of course, this was around the fact about the from BlockSec here, the security team. Alert BlockSec detected that exploiters are replaying the message call data from the proof of stake chain on Ethereum proof of W there, or Ethereum Power. And of course, the root cause of the exploitation is that the bridge doesn't correctly verify the actual chain ID, which is maintained by itself of the cross-chain message. So they also went further on here. The exploiter transferred 200 wrapped ETH through the Omni bridge of the Gnosis chain, and then replayed the same message on the proof of work chain. You got an extra 200 ETHW there. And of course, as a result, the balance of the chain contract deployed on the proof of work chain would be drained. So that was kind of what was happening there. So then I did an update of that, of course. And of course, it turns out that the CertTick alert here was we have seen probable replay attacks taking advantage of incorrect chain ID inputs to token bridges. The vulnerability does not lie within the ETH proof of work chain there. So it's not the actual chain. It was just happened to be a contract. And of course, we can see that the exploiter has transferred funds to the global account. Stay vigilant. So there was some of the ETH that was drained there. So it was a contract issue on one of the bridges, I understand. And so not the actual chain itself, which is a kind of relief from that point of view at this stage. So sometimes you get these things early days too. Obviously, Richard Hart is looking to cover all the Pulsechain issues. So some of those things don't happen. So very cool. Very cool. All right. So that's pretty much it on that one. And of course, the current price at the moment, let me just go into the markets and do the converter. I'm going to hit the converter here. Let me pick USD here on ETHW. So ETHW at the moment is $4.83. It's down 40.8% from yesterday. I think yesterday, what was it up at about $8 something, or something like that. But that's kind of where it is at the moment. This is the last 24 hours on ETHW. Now, I think that Hex has been doing pretty well on there. If I go to the ETHW cards here, they've been performing pretty well on the chains. Some of these are not loading properly. Hedron has been doing well, things like that. So I actually did a couple of small trades earlier today on the ETHW network. And of course, I'm not sure why it's not loading properly. But I actually did a couple of, that's still not loading there. I did a couple of trades on the ETHW network, speculative trades, right? The speculative because the chain is what it is, right? It's not Ethereum, but it is a fork with the old proof of work operating. And of course, we know it's set up by, I think his name is Gao or Gu from China there. And of course, they're trying to keep this alive for the miners, right? Obviously, some miners have gone, I think, to Raven Coin, some have gone to Ethereum Classic, things like that. But I think they've managed to get their hash rates up, hash power up. So that's kind of what we're seeing in the space. So that's looking pretty good. Now, obviously, everyone's got to copy their assets over there. So it's kind of like a poor front-running model of what Pulsechain will like. It's like the poor man's version, but it's going to be pretty, it's interesting to see how it evolves. In any case, it's a bit like a triple play. If you think about all the assets that we have on Ethereum, we're going to get them all. We've got them all, for the most part, copied over on ETHW, and of course, then we have Pulsechain. You can see multiple forms of income potentially on there. Obviously, we have to ride through the bear and bull markets, but it's going to be pretty neat. You could have so many passive incomes on all the chains. It could be pretty insane from that point of view. So very exciting. The potentiality there if you plan it right. Obviously, some people will play the short game. Some people play the long game with the yields and passive incomes there. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see that play out over multi-year periods. Anyway, so yeah, we're up at $8.15. We got down to $4.83 at the moment. I think we got a low at $4.17. I've been accumulating a little bit around here, actually quite a bit, actually, but only small in relative dollars. Because if this chain, what happens is if this chain really bottoms out now, and maybe it's got worse, maybe it's got worse environment ahead for it. Eventually, it may just start to pan back up. So that's kind of the speculative play there. Obviously, it's down 41% at the moment. So I've just put a little bit of stuff into this and done a few ratio trades as well of assets that I had on the chain. And favorite, I've actually gone into ETHW. And of course, I've gone to a few other ones there as well, some of our favorites, nevertheless there. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, this here not too long ago was much higher, right? So on ETHW, if we look back 7 days ago, so we were up at, we peaked up at $51 there, and already, so that was just on the 15th, on Thursday the 15th there, we're up at $50. So that's only a couple of days ago. Now on the 19th, we're down at $4.83. So let's see what happens here with some sort of recovery, or whether it just continues to go down. So it's got two options there, doesn't it? An up or down binary choice. And of course, this is where we're up, sitting around $29 leading into the fork. And of course, if we go back further, I don't know what the max period is actually, because I wasn't really playing around with this before that time. I've got it on the max chart. I think I've got on the max chart. So we got all the way back down here to the Wednesday, 24th of August. And of course, we were up at $43 all this time. Look at this. Speculation. Obviously, slightly different market conditions. And anyway, by the time we get into September, so what have we got? August, September. So not that long on this chart on CoinGecko. And suddenly down to $4.82. So this seems like a fair speculation for me, but maybe it's the wrong one. Now, I'm only putting a small amount in here. Like I said to you, most of the stuff's in all the safe houses, but it's nice to have a little bit in the speculation zone. You just never know your luck. And of course, this could always go down to $1. It's currently at $4. I suspect, I have a feeling that it might pull back from here. We will see. Obviously, we've got a rough week ahead of us potentially with the Fed Reserve. But maybe once we get past the Fed Reserve, the market calms down between the 21st September and the November rate rise. Maybe we get a lot more calm markets with a couple of moves here and there, depending on how the economic data comes out. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on the ETHW network. And obviously, a lot of people are enjoying their staking in their hedge on. And of course, like COSA and Hex and things like that. A lot of people are enjoying that. I know that some other people are talking about, almost bragging about picking up a lot of Hex and things like that. So there we go. All right, cool. I think that's kind of it at the moment. We've got BTC at 18,500, down 8% at 1,300 on ETH there, and BNB at $261. I did a video from Richard Hart just the other day, and of course that talked about Richard Hart's, based on an article that he had done, where he was talking about obviously a pullback of BTC to 11K, at ETH down to 750, and of course we'll see whether that does end up occurring. We've been talking about if that does occur, then maybe late September, October, November is kind of the period that might fall in. Obviously, we're looking for a bottom at some stage, and then hopefully Richard's also hinted at the Pulsechain keynote there that maybe Hex might move up at some stage when the rest of the market's not. Pretty much. So I'm paraphrasing there, but we might play that at the end of this live stream because I played it like 10 times, but I think it's such a good video. We're going to enjoy that one. All right, cool. That is where we're at this moment. I don't think Richard's got anything updated here at this stage, and it's been a pretty quiet day. Obviously, it's Monday here in good old Kiwi land at 6:16 p.m. Obviously, in the US, is it still Saturday in the US? Yes, still Saturday in the US. It's currently 11:15 in the evening in Los Angeles, but New York is currently on Monday. It's currently at 2:15 in the morning in New York. London is currently 7:15 in the morning. So welcome to a Monday. So we'll be talking about that. Right, cool. Do you understand how often I'm right, Ethereum and Bitcoin? Yes, there's most people. A quarter of people say no. That's terrible. That's the way we go there. Here's another spam bit free. And so Richard's having fun with some of this here with spam bots and things like that. So cool. That's what Richard's been up to. You can see the Maximus Decimus bot here. Just 25 seconds ago, 50,000 Deci or Decimus there was minted. So they just keep coming. Look at this. They keep flowing with the Maximus minting there. Almost 4,000 with the Deci there. So it just keeps going and going and going. I had to turn this bot off, to be honest. This is so much minting. Look, 6 minutes ago, I'm getting just too many notifications. Just the way it goes there. Yeah. All right, so cool. That's pretty much that. Let's quickly have a look at some of the project roundups. We're going to go to Staker. Not Staker 8 because they're not giving us any updates whatsoever. I hope they launch their V2. They should launch it before Pulsechain because it looks so cool, the interface, and it'd be nice to see an upgrade on that. So this was 23 minutes ago, 185 million Hex pledged to the perpetuals, which we just talked about. It's pretty awesome. And of course, 1 hour ago, Tipcatcher says today was another awesome day in Maximus stream to discuss the implications of the 5,555,555 team mint from the Hedron deployer. Streamed again to discuss the pools. On stream, we researched the new system state fork, Ethereum Fair, and enabled connection to Maximus dApps. All well done. So they're really alpha bombing here on the old Tipcatcher, adding more investors to invest more value to the investors. So it's great to see this stuff happening there on the Ethereum Fair. I actually missed this one, so I'm going to have to go back and watch that myself. So that's pretty cool. Looks like you might have more value on there, folks. So if you missed that, maybe it's something to go and check out there with the system state fork Ethereum Fair coming out there. Now, we were aware of a couple coming out. So there's one of them there. So, and apparently you can interact, enable connection to the Maximus dApp. So go get the capture that value. You should never know your luck in time. It may end up being quite valuable. So there we are. Check that out on Tipcatcher. So cool. If this happens to the maxi price, what will the team price be? Talking about a breakup there. And of course, what is this one here? Maxi Hex premium going up here. I'm sure this is what I've been talking about. This has been the big call that I've been saying the play is that Maxi is this is the play at the moment. And of course, I think that maybe Pulse Dodge coin, once its dual token system comes out, will be the next play on at the moment. And then of course, back into Hedron Icosa as we get close to November. That kind of feels like the obvious plays at the moment. So pretty cool. Hey, we got a retweet there 37 minutes ago. That's what we're doing now. That's pretty cool. We're going to retweet that out. And of course, that's some of the highlights there. What else? I think that's probably pretty cool. We've got name there. Currently 574 lucky holders at the moment. That's cool. I do think they're going to be pretty lucky when they come out before the 10-year stakes come out. Definitely it's going to be a big deal. So lots of cool stuff coming out from the Maximus team. Really do like where they're heading. And of course, I think they're leading the way for a lot of teams, how to get constant engagement and building social media, stuff like that. So this is what I was watching earlier, by the way. I was watching this, all the people walk through, and this looks like just at the end when they finished up because all the people stopped. I think the Crown representative for Parliament or something walked past, and of course, this was the end, and now I think they're going to take the Queen around a London promenade or something like that before they have the actual funeral, I think, which is on pretty short, in an hour or two, a couple hours maybe. So cool. What else there? Let's jump over to, we've looked at PulsePod, of course. PulsePod's got their latest one. I don't know if we've got the new auction up, but maybe they have. Let's quickly see the Wheel of Fortune. Man, this is exciting what these guys are doing with all this stuff. I really do think it's going to end up being pretty cool. I don't think that's the latest one, though. Let me just jump out of there. Yeah, I'm excited to see where these guys head with this. Let's see if this is the one that they've got the final bid on. Let me know in the chat if you're pretty excited about where PulsePod is heading. There's a lot of surprises. I mean, imagine if everyone knew they were doing all this stuff when they had the sacrifice on. That would have been pretty cool to know a lot of the stuff. A lot of these ideas, I think, have come since that time. So that's probably the reason why But yeah, that seems to be the case there. I can't see any auction. I thought they'd have one of their new auctions on now, but no, it doesn't seem to be on at this stage. Right, cool. Let's quickly check anything else that's going on there. We're going to quickly check the final one would be Pulse Bitcoin. These are kind of the projects we've been monitoring pretty closely lately. Yeah, the last big update was a tease here. I hope you are prepared to own the next generation Bitcoin. Better is every way that actually matters. Better in every way that actually matters. I'm not kidding. This is going to change the world. So we are looking at the gamification. I think we might get something new here around the gamification with the dual token system. Not exactly sure how that's going to relate, but you need Pulse Dogecoin apparently to participate. So we're trying to follow that pretty quickly there as well. So cool. That's some of the highlights there from the projects. I don't think we'll be hear much about PowerCity. Let's check PowerCity because I haven't actually checked that for a few days. They did say that they had a new video promo. Yeah, there it is. There, I actually might need to steal the new promo. I posted this promo. I'm pretty sure I posted this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I posted this promo. So I added new music to it. I'm pretty sure. So that's cool and nice to see that. What else have we got there? A couple of promoters there. So cool. That's what they're up to. Here's this. Here, I honestly can't wait. Which one I'm most excited for? Which one of the PowerCity protocols has you most excited? The Core, Amplify, Loan, Pixel Park, Transformer Bridge. Well, I'm going to say Transformer Bridge. The Core is good if you're an investor, but for Pulsechain, the Transformer Bridge is going to be a fundamental utility. So I'm going for that one. I think the next one I'd actually have is the Amplifier Loan Booster. If I was an investor, of course, I'd have the Core because I'm going to benefit from all these other products. But I'd put Transformer, Amplifier, Core, and then Pixel Park, probably in that order. But then, of course, if I was to exclude the payment system, I'd have Pixel Park in there as well. So yeah, probably in that order there. So that's a cool poll. I might spread that around, that one. Who's this here? This is Abit here. Party bus from the Cabana party to PowerCity party. When Freddie quotes, what? Saw a lot of Hexkins would need a ride. He quickly organized this for us. Really? Oh, that's pretty cool. So got a big bus there. Hey, we can always see a lot of people that we see on YouTube here. It's pretty funny, all right? So cool. Is that Sam? I think is that Sam there? Yeah. Oh, that's Jim Rat Crypto there. Jim Rat Crypto. Is that Cream the Dream there? Oh, KG. Man, they're all in the bus, aren't they? Hey? Oh, look at that. A lot of personalities you see on YouTube there. Having a good time. So some cool stuff. I don't even play the video on this. It looks like they're having a good time in there. So I actually I'll post the link to that in case you want to watch it. I'm just worried about copyright, so I'm not posting any of the in case they got music there. I do think it's their own music, but that's cool. So that's cool. That's cool stuff happening there. I think that's pretty much it from there. All right, cool. Let's jump out of there and let's get back into the charts. Got Hex there trying to hold on at the moment. Hex there under a lot of pressure at the moment, down at 3.2 cents. Obviously, it means that you can get a lot more volume, but in terms of the price chart there, really under pressure at 3.2 cents. We've got Maxi at 7 cents there. And, of course, the premium on Maxi is still holding up, though, at 2.2. So that's ended up being quite a good move from that point of view. We got Hedron there at 3,000, so holding on to 3,000 there as well, and Koza there at $1.02. Let's just leave it on there for the time being. And I got that big link there. I don't know why I put that there, but that's the way it goes. Let's have a look here. We've got a couple more comments. We got Juan in house there. Morning from the Canary Islands, Spain. Hey, Juan, good to see you, man. Spain, that would be beautiful, right? That'd be beautiful. Hex is the way. Says finish my stream about Hex on ETHW. Let's go. Hex is the way. You've been killing it on Twitter. I've seen a lot of your posts, by the way. So well done, man. Keep up the great work. Hex is the way is doing so much good stuff out there on Twitter. Also out there in Korean markets and stuff like that, spreading the word. I really do appreciate all you do. Hex is the way. Followed Hex Token on Rumble. I am on there too. If you want to come over, come everyone join this channel. Yeah, definitely do that. So if you haven't joined Hex is the way on Twitter there, definitely go do that. Sorry, on Rumble, and also Hex Token is there too on Rumble. So Hex Token, you just have to put the channel, type in select channel on the filter instead of video, and type in Hex Token or Hex is the way, and I'm sure you'll find both of us there. We are moving on to Rumble. It is taking off there. The growth rate over there is probably the best out of all the social platforms I'm aware of, maybe apart from possibly TikTok, but TikTok's already quite advanced up the scale there. And of course, it's 78 million views in August. I think we're joining at the right time. And I think if it gets into, a billion engaged users in a year or so from now, then yeah, it'll be very successful. We grow there. I don't know if there's that many crypto channels as well, relatively speaking. So I think it's a good time. So Hex in the way, and of course, Hex Token channel going to be. I think that's a good time to move. And of course, it's already auto syncs too, so all the videos get auto synced. So they're still running through my library all the way back. So they're trying to add all those videos in, and I think they're probably about 30% of the way so far. So I'm expecting it to take at least a week for all the videos Hex Token to load up there. Very cool. Pulse says, have missed you for a few days, super. Hey, Pulse good to see you in the house. We've been talking about your PZN quite a lot. I've been mentioning your name and Stressful Struggle, but you've been doing pretty well out of that for the most part. So well done. It's on early days, I know, but the ETHW chain going okay so far. It is, yeah, it's going okay. It did have a contract replay attack, but apart from that, it seems to be working fairly well. I just think that it's going to go down. The markets are down at the moment. ETH is going down, so it's just launched at the wrong time. But of course, it's when it goes back up, it's going to probably move back up like a lot of the others. That's what I'm playing. I'm speculating on that myself. Dan's in the house. Afternoon, super. Love your stream. Great, champ. Great stuff as always. You have made me a Maximus, Maxi, and Hedron. Icosa, Maxi. Love both systems. A nice one, Dan. That is so cool. I was skeptical early, but learned a lot from you, champ. Thanks. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, we're trying to look at mostly the quality assets. We do cover a few speculative plays because this is crypto after all, and of course we like to look at some of these. But we do get rid of ones that have either had problems with them. Our recent one that we had to let go was Dodeca. But apart from that, we've been having a lot of fun. The Hex ecosystem is growing really leaps and bounds. Obviously, the Maximus team and Perpetuals have been fantastic. We've got some of the best devs, Alex and Dipcatcher, Gold Key. They're really doing a great job out there. Cookies and Crypto, good to see you stream tonight, Superman. Hey, it's good to be back. I got a second copy, though, just to power me through. It's Monday here in good old Kiwiland. And September, it's still cold nights. We've still got cold nights. Some of the nights have been quite cold still. But I'm pretty sure once we get through, I don't know, through to mid-October, I think things get better then. DB in house there. Sup, yo. Good to see DB Cooper. When Pulse, sir, it is 1 day closer, sir. And I did give an update at the beginning. It's 1 day closer. I knew I was going to front run you on that, DB, but I thought I'd let you play that out. What's up, Hexkins, Pulsexkins, D-Hex in the house. And, of course, Andrew Reynolds as well. Happy Monday. It looks like Bears woke up today. They did. The Bears did wake up, and they're smashing out. Actually, I think we got a cool picture in Discord somewhere on that. Let's have a look here. I think it's up here. The Bears smashing the Bulls. Someone posted that yesterday or something. Pretty sure it's back up here. Let me see if I can find that. I'm pretty sure it was posted here. Maybe it's on the general chat. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it was on the general chat. Pretty sure it was up here. No, maybe it was on the general chat. Let me scroll up here. I'm pretty sure it won't take me too long to find it. I'm hoping. Where is it? I thought that Wookie actually posted it, to be honest. I could be wrong. Maybe it's on the wrong chat. I've got to always get the right chat, but I thought it was up here. Maybe it is on non-crypto chat. No, I can't see it. It was definitely in here somewhere. A new tokens chat. Was it a new tokens chat? I saw someone post a beer bull thing. I can't find it. What a shame. I tried. All right, cool. What's this? Hex is the way. Why Hex Richard Hart supports ETHW Hex. Cool. That's cool. Go check that out, folks. If you see that, that's Hex is the way. Who's in the chat at the moment. All right, cool. Let's get back to the markets here. Hex down at 3.138 cents. Ouchie. Obviously, the lower the price, the more Hex you can get. That's pretty much it. That's the way it works. Obviously, the green candles are ideal in the markets because they attract a lot of people. But I guess you can pick up a lot of volumes and get a lot more high move from there. So cool. It's giving me a few things to think about there. Brendan says, "Hey, what happened to Deca? There was a breach in the contract, and I think the 1% they had a 1% pool allocation, and I understand that it got hacked and was able to be dumped. So that's kind of a quick summary of that. I did post something in our Discord. I just can't remember. I think that was the summary. If someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. The contract's still running. The contract's still running, but did have that major breach. So cool. What else there? Nothing else there. Someone's Blobfish King's got missed the live stream. Wow, everything on sale. It is indeed on sale there as well. Let me remove that. All right, cool. So hey, we're not doing too bad now. At the moment, we've got 5,825 subscribers, so we're heading up towards 6,000. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Yeah, 5,825. So we've got 175 to go till 6,000. That's kind of a cool next mark to hit, and we'll see how we get on there. When the market's red, of course, people disappear. People disappear when the market's red, except for the people that are smart. They buy when the prices are getting cheaper, and they start dollar cost averaging and accumulate there. We've got 2.2 on the old Maxi, and of course, let's full screen this one because let's go to the daily on the Maxi. Might very well get a nice little breakout here as well. Don't forget on Wednesday we've got the Fed Reserve coming up there. So Fed Reserve, and then I think it's on Friday. I think we've got the Federal Chairman Powell speaking. So those are going to be two fundamental events on the speech on Wednesday, the announcement interest rates, and of course the speech on Friday coming up there. I'm pretty sure it's Friday. So yeah, we're going to be watching that. So next week, not looking potentially the best, but I think once we get through those interest rate rises, we get through the Powell speech, maybe we might be able to get some stability in the market for at least maybe 5-6 weeks, but give or take, subject to when any financial news comes out that's related to interest rate rises. So they might get a bit of a reprieve there to be able to get a bit of a nice little relief rallies on. We will find out whether we can manage to get that. So cool. At the moment, of course, maybe we'll get this breakout. Maybe we'll get the breakout on the Maxi Premium as we get closer and closer and closer. Remember that we are finishing the minting phase on the 27th. So that is right here. So we're not too far away from that, right? So that is where let me just keep the mouse there. That is kind of where we are targeting. And of course, maybe we might get a little bit of breakout after that date or before that date. We'll see. Probably just after it, maybe. And see how we go. Because on that date, 20% of the Maxi that goes in the team, and that's currently 10 million Maxi, is going to be burned. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. So let's see what happens to this chart. Also, we'll see what happens to the premiums in relation to Maxi Premium itself. It's almost a little bit self-fulfilling. So we've got the Decimus 10 years. It looks like it's got an incredible amount of hex in it, and we don't know what the final amount's going to be. Overall, I'd love to get that 600 million. But of course, I suspect that the premium will be ranked separately, and we'll see how we get on with the shorter timeframes. Yep, it's going to be pretty cool. All right, what else? We've got a few more thoughts in here. We've got D-Hex says, OMG, imagine what's going to happen when Pulsechain launch. I know D-Hex, and it's going to be done the right way. People, they make too simple the comparisons. They make it too simplistic, and they often don't do their research. The fact is that we're launching by the time we launch, and it's probably been a good thing that we've been delayed, as I've said many times, is that the whole ecosystem is probably going to be launching with most of the things that we need, if not everything. We're going to have potentially fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, stable coins, maybe 2 now from the looks of it, which is cool. We're going to have, and with the 2-bit systems, a fiat-backed one and an exogenous-backed one. With over collateralization. So they're the best ones that have been working. And of course, we're going to have all the DeFi leverage lending coming on pretty quickly afterwards as well. We've got Oracle with Teller, the Oracle. So we really have got a lot of stuff that we need. And of course, we've got a lot of profit sharing dApps that are coming on. So we're still going to have the biggest airdrop in crypto history because we're going to have all the projects that have developed since that time, plus all the native Pulsechain ones that are going to launch on Pulsechain. Which has a lot of cool and very cool and superior in many ways. There's always going to be some that are, or plenty that are rubbish. It's just life on entrepreneurial world. But we've got so much cool stuff. The PulseX buy and burn though, that's going to be, people are going to be talking about that all over the place. I think they're going to be just like shock and all. We haven't seen that operate in the system, and of course the AMM bot running with the PulseX buy and burn. It's going to be absolutely powerhouse there. and of course, super fast, super cheap. So super fast, super cheap is a fundamental. It's like a basis. You need that base utility. Having good security is a base utility. You need that. But really, value is created through store value, through mechanisms like the buy and burn. That's really the magic sauce in there. The AMM bot, the bridge opening up, the fiat gateways. These are really the leverage lending, the stable coins, the oracles. These are really what pump the prices there. And of course, all the utilities coming on like Power City, Transformer, stuff like that. That's really what's going to, really fire things up. So I'm excited, like you are, really excited. Dan says, I thought Hedron ecosystem was awesome, Superman, but now you hit us with icing on the cherry with Team Mint and Perpetual in the Maximus ecosystem. The future is now buy Hex while it's cheap. Yeah, Dan. And definitely got dollar cost average because we don't know when it's quite going to hit the wherever it's going to go. We're in pretty unprecedented times now. We're moving from cheap money to more expensive money. We've had an extremely super cycle of generally low interest rates. So, yeah, you have to... Excuse me. Almost coughing there. Oh boy. Probably talking too fast there. What else we got there? DHX there. The ETH Ghost Train has given us a preview of the full potential of Pulsechain. That has. So my throat's got a little bit dry there, I think. The ETHW Ghost Train has given us a preview of the full potential Pulse. It has, yeah, it really has DHX. So very cool. I might have to finish this live stream earlier. My throat's getting quite dry for some reason. So here we are at 3.2 cents on Hex, 2.2 premium on Maxi, and Hedron here at 2,850. Boy, that's just pulled back, hasn't it? Just now. Boy, let's look at the hourly chart on here. Yeah, that was sitting at 3,000. That has just had a lot of volume go out of it, down to 2,850. Remember that quite a few people have got big X returns in here. A lot of minting's gone on. There has been obviously a lot of staking, but when the markets are in this kind of condition at the moment, you can see some relative sell-offs there. So there we go. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at the stage. So only the Maxi Premium is looking green at the moment on these charts, on the Hex charts. Let's have a look at the wildcards. PZN's looking good, up 9.7%, so that's good on 24 hours. The airdrops, they're only down slightly, so the airdrops are still holding up relatively well on those ones. But yeah, so far on this chart, so the Hex Maxi Premium is the only one really holding up there. The price did just drop below 7 cents, though. Obviously dragged down with the Hex here, down at 3.144. Let's have a quick look at the Hex daily stats here. And we're up here. Yeah, we've got a few little bit of penalties in it at the moment. We've still got we've got 407 million Hex in the pool, 9.2 million US dollars in the pool there. That's kind of where we are at the stage. Day 1022, man, we're getting up there. Bring on 5. Imagine we're doing live stream. Welcome to live stream on Hex Token channel, day 5,555. Here we are. That's gonna be crazy stuff. That'll be funny, man. You need to soothe the suit, man, says Brandon. Yeah. I do. Well, we've got a couple more comments here. Andrew says difference between ETHW is there is no liquidity to cash out other than ETHW, so pressure pushes native coin price down. It will not be the same as Pulsechain as we have stable coin peers. That's true, Andrew. Well said, man. Well said. USDL, etc. Yeah, CST, I think, is the other one from Ghost there. That well said. God bless Suitman, says DHX. I appreciate that. Right back at you. And yeah. Roger. It's like off the Star Wars, isn't it? Roger. All the clones. Roger. Something like that. I can't believe they did that to some of our favorite characters. I did think that they made the stormtroopers a little bit too easy to kill in the recent Mandalore. They probably overdid it on the ease of killing them. But anyway, that's fine. I know that it was a little bit easy in the original movies, but it seemed a lot more realistic in the original movies than what they did than the new Mandalore series, which I did thoroughly enjoy. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Let's switch this over to the ratio. The ratio looks much more friendly on here at this stage. All right, cool. Let's go back and have a look at the ETH price here. This is actually going up, isn't it? I think this is going up there. Let's have a look here on the 24 hours. This is ETHW. Yeah. It dipped down here, and it looks like it's just got a bit of volatility. But there's might edge itself up a little uptrend here. We'll see. I just don't know when it's over. You're always trying to call that. I think the people are getting more used to the chain. Maybe we've got this volatility might keep it down a little bit, but other than that, it's not too bad. So 1 ETH there at 492. Let's go to the old. Actually, we've got the calculator ratio, haven't we? Is it down here somewhere? Maybe it's on the main page. Let me go to overview and let's compare it. So 1 ETH at the moment. 1 ETH will get you 263 ETHW. Now, in the first live stream we did this morning, it was over 300. You can get a throw over 300. Yesterday, when I did this on live stream, it was 175. So now you can get 263 ETHW for that. So imagine if, not to speculate on a 1 ETH, but imagine if you had a certain amount of this and the chain does recover. Obviously, it can always go down. That's the only issue. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do excited by it. Oh man, the Hex price, man. Whoa. All right, that's where it is at the moment. 1 hour on the 1 hour chart there. I missed the green candles, says DV. Yeah. Why would anyone buy Hex at this price? Buy. Why would anyone sell Hex at this price? Buy. Yeah, true. This is markets for you. This is the way it goes. Did you say storm tuners? Yeah, I think I did. Brent, I think I botched that up with the old storm tumors from the clone wars. Yeah, I probably did. Storm troopers. I gotta say that properly. 3.139 cents on the old Hex there. Woo! These are the sellers here. These people here. I don't know if we've got any on the whale bot. We'll check the whale bot. I don't know if we've had anyone that big's been selling lately. But let's have a look here. I think we would see a bigger move in the chart. If the whales were selling, we would see a bigger move, but no bigger move there yet. With 10 million Hex there, stake for 555. Look at that. Beautiful. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look. Who was this? Balls of Steel to lock up 300K for 15 years. Absolutely amazing, says Honey Dripper. Juan there. This guy was so funny on that show. What else there? That's pretty funny. So what? So cool. This is what we like to see, though, right? We like to see these. We like to see these stakes. That's 10 million. That's pretty cool. And let's have a look. Let's give a look at the the Hedron Whalebot, and let's have a look, see what it's been doing over the last 12 hours. Let's go 12 hours back. We'll go 24 hours, but let's have a look at the last 12 hours. Okay, well, 11 hours. It's close enough. Just trying to see what HSIs have been going through here. That's the stake here. So this is the same one. So that'll be the stake that's up on the Whalebot. That HSI 10 million there. So that's pretty neat. That's through HSIs. You got to love that. They're probably at there. A new HSI there. There's another 100,000 Hex stake for 555. So it's pretty cool. That's a good day in the office for getting Hex off the market. And the more we see of that, the better. And that's what we like about Hedron Icosa and the team and perpetuals in particular, and obviously the Maxi is the Hex off the market there. Becomes a win-win solution. So it's pretty nice. You're right, Superman. The DCA is slow into Hex as it's going down due to market fear. I have staked my team DCA into Hex now. While it's low, I wonder if bigger stakes are coming off Champ Hex at a bargain price. Yeah, like I say, DCA, don't go all in at once because you never know. You might get cheaper and cheaper prices. Just the way it goes. No one can control that. The Hex chart also, obviously, you can use TA to a point. But of course, we do have large holders still. Now, they are reducing, as I've been arguing, in many ways. But of course, we do need some of the larger OG whales still need, probably more staking from them. And of course, get that circulating supply down even further. But of course, it has been going down. I need to update my waterfall chart, and I probably will do that. But this is what we're looking at, the long, sort of a medium-term picture, I guess is the way you might frame it, is that we are eating up the circulating supply, is going down over time. This is where we are at this moment in here. Now, I've got to update the HSI ACOSA numbers. I need to update those, so I'll try and do that. But they've been going pretty well, and here we are at the moment. So that's what we're currently in. This is all future potential, and obviously some of these are straw man numbers. So I'm going to have to I haven't got around to it yet. I've tried once, but I haven't got around to it. Need to get a waterfall that I can custom the chart so I can show you the differences between actuals and estimates and projections, things like that. But this is kind of where we're at the moment. Maximus for the perpetuals, and of course upside potentially if we got upside there. Now the Maximus team, we're talking about maybe we could target $1 billion. I mean, hey, look, that's not out of the ballpark. I've been pretty happy with 600 million. That's a pretty deep deduction. If you think about this is May 2021. This is based on the Hex audit by Gunther the accountant, which is basically our best estimate of where the public, that's you and I, the big whales, this everything excluding the origin accounts and sacrifice wallets pretty much. And of course, out of this, we've decreased the amounts out of circulating supply through Pulsechain sacrifice, Pulsechain, etc., through the Hex Investment Trust. Now, this is the only one that's kind of an estimate here. We won't have official numbers for the Hex Investment Trust until they go public on NASDAQ or something like that. It's still in the future. Obviously, with the Hex price coming down, it's making them harder to hit that target because they have to hit, I think, $10 million US. But if you got the Hex price down so low, it's much harder to hit that. I'm pretty sure they probably hit the investor amount. They need, I think, 50 or 55 investors, something like that. So I'm pretty sure they've hit that, but it's probably the Hex price coming down. And I probably would have to, I guess there's probably some threshold, I'm just guessing, but maybe for 30 days or 90 days or something like that, that they have to, the portfolio value has to be over $10 million or something like that. So I don't know the finer details around that, but that's kind of before they go from private to public. And that's going to be pretty cool. But I imagine if once they got the Hex Trust, they'll probably be looking at a Pulse Trust too. For Pulse, that makes a lot of sense. So we probably look forward to that. Just like Grayscale has gone into doing multiple products, we probably see that as well. Now, you got to remember, this is our door, our bridge to the biggest markets in the world. So this is a big deal, the Hex Investment Trust with Kinetics and Whales Only. So we wish them well in terms of success. Now, I do know that they've got their advisory trust is got a special fee on at the moment. And I think that runs out at the end of, I think it's the end of October. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Can't remember the exact date. Maybe it's the end of September. But Kinetics gave an update on that yesterday, I think, or the day before. So while we're checking that one, maybe I might snippet that out and put it on this channel as a review video. Let's stay tuned for that. So that's coming up there. We've obviously had the Hedron HSIs pre-ACOSA, 350 million through that pre-ACOSA. And of course, then we've had the Maxi 300 million. And of course, ACOSA HSIs, it'd be in excess of this amount. I got 250 mil. And I'm sure it's probably larger than that. It's been very successful. And of course, you saw just another 10 million just went through today. Over 10 million went through today through the HSIs. So pretty interesting. And of course, now we're at the Maximus is where we are at the stage. So as we move in future, Hex is, hopefully based on their starting numbers, our best estimate. And if they're close to reality, then we're getting closer and closer to eating up more Hex. Then, of course, we could have Power City Flex coming, maybe some other projects that we don't know about. People following Dipcatcher. Dipcatcher obviously looking to make new products as well. Of course, that's going to benefit the team token. And of course, the team token becomes a bit like a referral system like Hex did have at the beginning, right? You could get up to 32% self-referral, right? It's pretty good, 20% on the referral there. And of course, Hex wallet there. The Heart wallet, I've called the Heart wallet. I think is the best name, Heart wallet. It's an account, cool name, Heart wallet. We could have a big sacrifice for that. Hex Investment Trust goes public on NASDAQ, potentially opening up to the biggest capital market investors from everybody. Everyone, cat and their dog could be getting into Hex. There's going to be no product like it on the NASDAQ offering such a high savings ratio amount in terms of Hex. Pretty cool. Highest Stakes Virality coming out. Pulsechain, of course. EB Exchange, Rochelle, and Overwatch. Big money to do the marketing. probably based in Saudi there. And of course, potentially big customers, and that could be massive impact, not just for Pulsechain, but Hex as well. And of course, liquid loans, fiat, and on other things, all having flow-in effects, leverage effects, and on into Hex as well. People got to plant their wealth somewhere. Is the way you might look at it. All right, cool. So that's kind of just a general overview of the circulating supply. Obviously, at the moment, people can get plenty of picked up in the market because we've got 400 million Hex sitting in the pools at the moment that people can buy. All right, cool. Let's jump over here. Hex at 3.14 cents. And of course, we've got Maxi there at a 2.21% premium. Man, this could blow up. This could blow up. And I have called this one as the better play. We got Red Squirrel in the house there. Oi, oi. Hey, good to see Red Squirrel. Blobfish King says, hey, Hex Token, I'm listening about 50 minutes behind. Minted all my perpetuals. It's cheaper in a pool. It is cheaper. The ETH fee there, especially if you're a small retail holder. It's a way to go, isn't it? A way to go. Sorry for leaving that comment up there. Trying to reduce my habit of doing that. I think I've got a lot better with leaving comments up there. I probably did it 2 or 3 times a day, but generally speaking, getting better there. Hey, look, whoa, it's only down 28% now. Man, it's gone from 40% to 28%. Let's see where it's going there. We've got on the up there on the daily on ETHW. This is going to be fun to watch this. I don't know if it's not even going to be comparable to Pulsechain, because we know that Richard's going to try and launch at the right time near the bottom somewhere, is my guess. As long as he can technically do it with the Pulsechain, then we're going to have that. And of course, ETHPOW doesn't have anything that Pulsechain ecosystem is going to have. You know, like it's going to be supercharged from that point of view. So yeah. The one thing I was going to say is that ETHPOW has had a very good exchange support. So you've got Bitfinex, FTX, OKX in there. So it's got pretty strong support. You've got, Gate.io and stuff like that, Bitmart. So it has had pretty good, strong support there from exchanges. But like I say, it's all ETHW dominated at the moment. So also the other thing is that in KyberSwap, which has got you're able to trade for 30 days here. I'm not actually sure what happens at the end of 30 days, but KyberSwap here, it's still got the US dollars all completely screwed. So the US dollars just make no sense. They really they need to update this. It's really what they need to do. I'm not sure whether they're working on that or not, but you didn't suddenly get rich on there. Just remember that. And of course, if you've got ETHPOW up at the top there, I generally suggest just setting up a separate wallet when you've got these fork chains like this, because particularly if you're using, don't use your Hex State wallet or your Maxis or your Hedron stuff. Really protect those wallets as Genesis. Set up another wallet like that. It's always good practice. And then interact with dexes that you maybe are not used as much as well, aggregators, and go for gold there. And of course, just adds that extra safety for you, because you use so much time, you spend so much time and work trying to think about the best way of creating wealth. And if you just do simple things and botch up by interacting with the wrong places, then all sorts of you can lose everything. All right, so cool. Yeah, so it's got USDT here. Let's have a look at Hex. I'm pretty sure it's going to pull up Hex. Yeah, there is Hex. Okay, this is Hex here. Ignore the US dollar amounts there. But it looks like one ETHW is going to get us Hex here. So this is really ETHW. You can see it's ETHW there. It just shows up as ETH. So it's a little annoying, but hey. So you can see all the routes that it's going to take to get your Hex. So it's pretty cool. And so forth. So like I said to you, if you are speculating on this, we talked about this yesterday, but we've got useful links here at the bottom. We've got SwapSpace. So SwapSpace is easy to use, been around for years, very easy to use, easy and cheap cross-chain swap. So you don't have to join FTX or something like that. You don't have to do all that sort of thing. And of course, you just send ETH to it, and then you can get ETHW sent to your wallet. Pretty easy. You just have to change your wallet over to ETHW mainnet. So it's easy to do. And your ETHW would show here. And then, of course, you could buy Hex on there. And you can speculate on the ratio trade. So I've done this overnight. I did this overnight. It ended up paying off pretty well, and so forth. So you can also, if you want to, if you've got Maxi. Now, this worked for me earlier, so I'm not sure if it's always going to work. But if you got Maxi there, you can ratio trade through Maxi and Hex. as well. And then, of course, if you go Maxi to Hex and then Hex to ETH, that should work. But going to Maxi to ETHW, I think the trading pool works for that. There's not really, at least I've not seen any visibility on around the trading pools here. Someone else may know how to access those, but we certainly don't see that on the ETHW charts here very well. Some of these not even loading, for goodness sake. So take that into account. So we've got Hex USDC there at 0.01387, so that doesn't seem right to me, but that's what it says. I just ignore that stuff and have to manually calculate it. So this is a much better way to make sure that I'm recalculating the US dollar values, because these are all rubbish, right? So cool. You can use CoinGecko or something like that to do that. Like I say, they got calculators in here. You got converters in here, things like that. So there's lots of ways of doing it, I guess. So cool. That is pretty much that. And I don't know how much that is at the moment. 10,000 maxi. What's it going to make sense? 19,000. So it looks kind of normal. Looks like that kind of makes sense there. And of course, swap into Hex, and then of course you'd swap that over and then into ETHW and so forth. So cool. Looks like 10,000 Hex going to get you 3.34 ETH at the moment. So there we are. It's going to go through the Uniswap V2 pool there. All right, so what else have we got go there? And let's have a look here. That's pretty much ETHW. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about that because everyone's getting copies on there. So thought we'd cover that in a reasonable length there. All right, cool. Let's get back to Hex at the moment. Hex, down at 3 cents there, just under 3.1. Man, oh man, oh man. And we got Maxi down at 6.8 cents. The US dollar value is declining. And of course, that means that if you got US dollars, you can buy more of the volume of these tokens. We've got Coaster there, under $1 on live stream here. Man, it's the first time I've seen on $1. That is down at $1 there, obviously pegged there, pretty much with the Coaster HSI buybacks down under $1. Wow. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh boy. All right, so let's pull the chart up there. That is it. First time under $1 live on Hex Token channel. Not something I'm proud of, but there it is. Oh man, oh man. And of course, we've got Hedron still bleeding out 2778. We've got a bit of a route going on today. Who would have thought that Sunday, Monday, depending on where you are, we'd end up being like this. So was it, we call it Bloody Monday or something. I don't, excuse my French, but there we are. That's what we've got going on at the moment. What else we got? Any comments in the chat there? Let's have a look. A Danny Boy in the house. I feel like I'm missing out because I didn't get in on Maxi Pool in time originally, says Danny Boy. Jump into Desi, Danny, or should trade at a similar premium. Yeah, should trade, but probably trade at a relative discount. So we'll see how that plays out. Wookie's bags just got filled, says Wookie. Well done, Wookie. ETHW and Dogchain bet Pulse and Pulsex to market lols, says DB. And of course, I have to buy Maxi, and originally plan was to wait for a discount. Not a high premium, but feeling FOMO, says Danny Boy. ETH Power is on Kraken 2, says Red Squirrel. Yeah, did I have that listed on there? I don't know if that showed on the markets. Yeah, I saw them got listed on Kraken. I thought that was on here, but is it not showing? There it is on here, Kraken down here. I guess the volumes have just got to ratchet up first, all right? It's got to ratchet up. So most of the volume is on OKX. It's FTX was the first big one, right? But OKX is doing pretty well. Digifinex is there doing not too bad. I've only been on some of these exchanges. I used to be on Bitfinex a lot. It's one I used to be on a lot there. Gate.io have been on there quite a bit. Yeah, I think that's it out of those. What else there? Refine the house there. Cheers. Good to see you, Refine. And Andrew says exchanges are chasing the ETHW volume. That's why they're listing it everywhere. Unfortunately, it's all one-way sell, says Andrew. Yeah, it seems to be. Although, let's have a look at the price at the moment. It is at 0.04. And it seems to be climbing. So let me just go to the market overview. Yeah, so it's climbing back up there. So it's cool. Yesterday, when we were talking about it in the live stream that we did yesterday, the second live stream, it was at 0.055 or 56. So, and it has bottomed out at 0.031 earlier. So it's definitely climbing at the moment. I think I kind of considering this as a bit of a speculative play on the chain. That said, of course, we're in this red pullback at the moment with ETH down to $1,300 as well. and Hex chart there, trying to hold on to 3 cents. So cool. Did we get below 3.065? Let's see how we get on. Wookie says we may have to call this the Queen Dump, says Wookie. We might do, but of course it's probably the King Dump. Yeah, probably the King Dump's a better one after our Queen did such an amazing job. We'll call it the King Dump then. I'm sure he won't be too offended by that. More like the King, Lyle says, yeah. Brennan says, you don't need Maxi to get Decimus, just Hex. Yeah, Hex, you need Hex to get Decimus there, Danny boy. And of course, this is the place you to go to it. So Maximus down. So if you get Hex, you can go and to this site and hit the perpetuals there. And of course, you can pick a pool. And of course, once you pick one of these pools, is 1 year, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years. This one here's got the higher premium. So that's the one that most people are chasing if you're trying to get something similar to Maximus. That is the one to go on. So I'll post that link in the chat below there for you, Danny boy. Andrew says, I think chasing Maxi and perpetuals after mint phase is risky. If the premium goes up on it, it would be better to buy raw Hex depending on premiums. Set to 2.2x on Maxi, getting too much for me. Buying Hex, says Andrew. Brennan says, unless you want Maxi to stake for team, then you will need to buy Maxi for that. Yes, you will need Maxi for the team. Remember, these are Hex staking pools. That means that you still own the X you put in. But for the team one, you don't own the Maxi that you put into those after that. You will get some back in the reward pool from the 369, potentially airdrops as well, mysterious airdrops. But just remember that that's on a separate DApp too. If you click the minting phase, it's going to be coming up different. We might see, am I logged on? Let me just check. I'm on logged on. So let's see what this, we're going to the DApp. This is the team DApp. You need Maxi for the team. The team is a DAO token. So you lose the Maxi that you put in it, like I say, but you do get some of it back as a reward. So let's scroll on to here and quickly look at the team. So all you have to do is put in Maxi. If you've got Maxi, you can obviously buy it on a Uniswap or limit orders like Matcha or something like that. But let's say you had 10,000 Maxi. You put that in, and you're going to have to approve the spend for Maxi, and then you're going to commit the team. Once you have the team, you'll have the team in your wallet, and the Maxi will be taken out. And then at the end of 21 days, the Maxi will be reallocated. 20% is burnt, 30% is redistributed to team stakers during year 3, 6, and 9. And that's 1/6 of that amount, by the way. 1/6 of that amount is in year 3. 50% goes to the mystery box, which is a mystery. You should have no expectation of anything. So that's cool. And of course, once you get that team, obviously you have the choice then after you've got the team token to stake it. If you want the rewards, then you have to stake it. If you can speculate on the price, then you leave it liquid. In terms of the premium price and stuff like that, you leave it liquid. It's up to you, but you need to be staked for a year to get the rewards, and they may end up being very lucrative. Obviously, the bigger size of the perpetuals with the amount of Hex goes in, the bigger the rewards. And of course, team token, DAO token, you almost become a sales agent in the sense because the bigger the perpetuals are, particularly in the future years, not only now during this minting phase, but in future minting phases, particularly for the base, and it rolls over every year, and the trio rolls over every 3 years. So, spreading the word to get people to increase the sizes of those Hex staking pools. That's pretty cool. Anyway, here are the benefits. Half a bigger pays better bonus Hex yield, and all the hedron for Maximus perpetual pools, base, trio, lucky, and decimus. So obviously the bigger those are, the better pays bigger bonuses, and the hedron in those as well. Now the hedron compared to Maximus, the Maximus has a 4x bonus plus a base bonus of 5x. These will have just a base bonus, so that's basically 1 hedron per B share per day served. So and that will obviously reflect differently depending on which perpetual it is and as those come due. So pretty cool. It does have, you do get some of your Maxi back though as part of the reward pool if you staked. The 369 Maxi rebate, and of course that's 30%. Obviously that is not too bad at this stage. But here is probably the stuff that really is going to possibly surprise to the upside, but no one's got any way of accurately pricing it unless you sort of model, you assume that the mystery box is the source of all goodness. And of course, it makes sense to think that. But any other mysterious sources that choose to send supported reward tokens to the team contract. Now, that could be the mystery box. It could be future product developments. So new products that are rolled out, new staking pools, potentially new dual token systems, or all sorts of things that may potentially evolve in the ecosystem you kind of get to benefit from, right? So you just can't, it's hard to price that in. Yeah, you could model the mystery box, and I think Dipcatcher, I don't know if he's done, I think he's done stuff like that, but yeah, you could do that sort of thing. So cool. It's going to be fun to watch it, and it could become quite the powerhouse, couldn't it? So we'll be looking forward to that. But in any case, if you're doing the perpetuals are going to be pretty cool, because you will be able to, you won't have the gas fee issue. You'll have the optionality there. You'll have ability to put it into liquidity pools, the ownership token, and you don't lose the hex that's in there. So your underlying asset's still there. You just got the ownership token. You can trade in and out of that position while still getting hex off the market. So it's pretty cool. There's a redeem phase at the beginning. If you decide to back out, you can do that before the ends on the 27th. So you can always redeem your base tree or lucky or dicky. So you got those options at the top here. You can go into all of them like a staking ladder, or you can speculate on year 10 if you're going to speculate on premium games. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. All right, cool. Now I think that's probably it. Is the dashboard in here? I think the dashboard is here. Yeah, I think this is not. I think this is hooked in. Yeah, it's not hooked in properly. So we'll jump from there. All right, cool. Let's jump back to the actual dashboard and have a quick look while we're here. Since we got into this, I wasn't even planning to talk about all this, but that's how we roll. Team dashboard. What else? We've got a few more comments in the chat there, I'm sure. Sunday dump, Monday pump, says Brenton. Yeah, Monday US time, yeah. Subscribe and hit the like, says Danny Boy, definitely. So is ETHW a potential route for the CBDC? Hopefully not, Refine. Hopefully not. You're scaring me with that, man. You're scaring me. Those things are going to just be used for evil, man. Those centralized ones. There's nothing good to come out of those whatsoever. ETHW will have all new governance and can fork again. But how much time do they have before it self-destructs? That's true. We don't know, Refine. We don't know. Thanks, folks, for the help, says Danny Boy. You're welcome. And on behalf of everybody in the chat there, Brendan says, so to receive the rebate for team, you need to serve 369 years for there. That's right. You need to be staked over those periods, Brendan. What else there, man? I bought. So you get stake every year, I think it is, Brendan. And you have to keep restaking. You have to be alive and active. You have to actually be actively alive to claim it as well. So not only can be staked, but you've got to be able to claim it. Otherwise, you can lose it. Man, I bought more Icosa at $1.05 about 3 hours ago, but still bullish. I'm happy. Did expect it to go down this bad, champ, but happy staking earning yield too for the price of one sweet as, says Adan. Hey, Adan, the other thing, of course, is that, the big fortnight payday coming in November. It's still coming, Adan. So, if you were using US dollars, that's a nice trade probably, right, compared to everybody else. So, cool. Probably Review says HM and Queen Elizabeth II, Hope Roars are buying Hex. Yeah, I like what you're saying there, Property Review. Very exciting. All right, yeah, we've got the funeral on tonight, so big shout out to everybody in the UK and the Commonwealth, around the world. Obviously, what a life as the Queen, and of course, stability was a key outcome, not only with everything else, but incredible. The biggest history person I can think of on the planet. Big deal. So we're watching that later on. All right, so cool. Let's we've got here at the moment 100. Oh wow, have we just jumped? Oh, we have too. Have we? Oh, the base. Look at the base. Oh my gosh, this just happened. Oh my gosh, this just happened since we did the live stream. My goodness, look at this. Holy mackerels! This what? The base just got jumped up to 36.78. What? OMG, 196 million. Man, oh man. Oh, we're up to 20,800 T-shares there. What on earth? That is insane. In the membrane. Oh man, this thing just keeps surprising to the upside. The Hedron deployer. Now this mammoth thing. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Let me find where's my upgrade updates? Let's go here. We've got the Maximus minting bot here. I'm pretty sure this has the team as well, right? So yeah. Decimus. Let's go to the base. We're up to the base. Where's the base? Lucky. Come on, it's gonna be here somewhere. 1,500, 50,000 base. Base. Yeah, we've got lots of base in there. We want to find the big base. Where's the big base? 100,000 team. That was 30 minutes ago. Man, this thing's just ticking over. Spread the word, folks. Spread the roast. This is gonna be glorious. Glorious for Hex. glorious for Maximus, and of course the gladiators, truly glorious there. 123,000 base. Where's the big one? There's some big ones coming in here. Where is it? 10 million base. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. What a place to finish up this live stream on, man. That is Beastie Boy time. That is a Beastie Boy time alpha. Wow, that is so cool. That is very cool. We like to end on a high, folks. The Hex price might be down, but that's a good place to accumulate more Hex for the faithful. And of course, wow, look at the success for the base there. That's a huge, huge move forward. This is kind of where I felt that we would get a lot of Hex coming in, not just in the Decimus, but in the base here for the short-term trade there. That's pretty interesting. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, cool. Great place to finish up there. All right, cool. What else there? Danny Boyd pumped the prices, Brennan. Yes. Insane in the Membrane was a song, if I remember correctly. It is Insane in the Membrane, truly a pulse beta. Drop the bass. Yeah, drop the bass, pumped up the bass. Yeah, that's true. I like what you guys are saying there. That is pretty cool. Very nice, as we say. Very nice. All right, cool. That was what a great place to finish. Almost 200 million in the pool there. That is spectacular. Tomorrow's update is going to be epic, right? It's going to be epic. And of course, that's almost up at what's it? Almost at 2,000 T-shares as well. So cool. Well, let's jump out of there. And of course, if you guys want all the links, all the useful links are in here in the Discord. Links in the video description. So definitely hook on to that. You can see all the links we've had, all the latest ones. Kyber Swap, swap space. If you want an easy place, not you have to interact with exchanges. It's just a transfer. They do all the cross chain and swapping tokens. You just got to make sure you select the right ones, but it's pretty easy. Just put in ETH and ETHW will be a bit further down, and you can trade those two pairs there as well. The other thing, of course, is the network. If you want to add the ETH network, the ETHW mainnet to MetaMask or something like that, I got the links there for that. So it's all there. If you want to stake your stake on the ETHW network, you can use these links. Now, we'll add in the new chain that Dipcatcher's added. I wasn't there watching that video, so I'll try and add those in below these details. So multiple chains, you're going to be getting value with the Team Perpetuals. Pretty exciting. And of course, if you want to do the ETH chain, then this is the site here. Maximus DAO will get you those. This is for the ETHW chain. So all of the links are here. Hopefully this helps you guys. And yeah, get in, join us. It's good. Look at this. We're heading up to 750 members, 719. Good community, good info. That's how we roll. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's finish up here on Hex price here, 3.1 cents. The Maxi Premium at the moment is what is the maximum premium? It's 2.2, so holding up nicely. Hedron at 2,800, and Icosa there, first time below $1 on Icosa at 99 cents, following Hex down pretty much. All right, those mofos are insane if they don't buy Pulse Sense, says Pulse Beta. Let's have a quick look. Okay, we're going to look at the wildcards, Pulse Beta. We're going to look at PZN. It's holding up pretty well, 0.84 there, and it's up 9.5%. So well played there, Pulse Beta. Wookie just got more Desi. You will have to redo the charts. All right, cool. Very nice. All right. Chicka womp womp, WW warning it. Hey, Brennan. Famous saying that from the 80s, all your base belonged to me, says Andrew. Yeah, we got that in there. And Wookie's pretty excited. Well done on your purchases today, Wookie. Let's go Hex skins. Woohoo, says D-Hex. Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to play out Richard Hart's Inspiration. Hope you guys enjoy it. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 2 more live streams. Peace out, everybody. Take care. And, of course, DCA, as we say, DCA. We got a lot coming up this week. So, take care with your choices out there too as well. All right. Let me find out where I'm getting this video from. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Peace out, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Pulsechain shirt on. Pulsechain ring. So, am I just talking or what? Am I live? I guess I'm just live. Hey, everybody. I hope the weather's nice and cool out there. I hear it's like 106 Fahrenheit and hot. I have been talking to devs a lot recently. And I guess the next thing you're going to see released on Pulse X is going to be the limit orders. Works fine in the private test net. They're just going to push it to the main branch, and like you'll be able to test that soon. And the big thing that we're waiting on is consensus improvements. So because my devs are geniuses, they find bugs other people don't know about. So they know about bugs in BSC that nobody else knows about. They know about bugs in the click consensus mechanism, which Pirelli is based on, that nobody knows about. And so, you know, before we launch mainnet, we want everything to be right. And right now we have a pretty cool opportunity because the Ethereum guys finally got to market with something, or are close to getting to market with something, which is their Ethereum 2.0, which will now, once it happens, just be called Ethereum. They won't be called Ethereum 2. And it doesn't release new coins. You're not going to get a copy of your coins on Ethereum 2. It doesn't improve costs. There's no extra throughput. There's no extra gas limit. There's no extra throughput per second. All it does is reduce issuance rate for Ethereum, which is bullish for all of crypto. You know, Ethereum's got half the market cap of Bitcoin. And if you don't have Ethereum miners dumping the price constantly and enriching power companies and hardware manufacturers at the cost of the environment and the price chart, well, that's great. And that's great for all of crypto. And it's also great for Pulsechain. In my mind, the two most important core concepts for Pulsechain are the Ethereum fees still high? Yes, they are. You know, I was looking earlier today, it's still $3 to send normal Ethereum. It's still, you know, 10 or 12 bucks to do a Uniswap transfer, et cetera. And that's during a bear market where, you know, Ethereum already dropped 85%. Bear markets tend to come to an end. So the last bear market only lasted 365 days. This one is going to last a little bit longer because people decided to destroy their balance sheets and buy a second. They didn't want to do the normal blow off top bubble chart. They wanted to do an extra double bubble. And this double bubble, well, it didn't work. Ethereum's capital liquidated, block, you know, Celsius bankrupt, Michael Saylor net negative, El Salvador net negative, everybody, you know, all those guys losing money left and right. All the people that listen to me, well, they've seemed to have done much better. Called top of the day. You might have heard that before. So basically, with this merge that's coming up, assuming it goes well, which I hope that it does, they've got a lot of audits. They've done a lot of testing on it. Hope it goes well. It doesn't do anything but help Pulsechain. Fees are still high. Gas limits are still low. No one's building out extra capacity for Ethereum. No one's trying to reduce the Ethereum fees except us. And I guess maybe the ETH2 developers that someday in the future will eventually get around to sharding, which has been a dream of theirs for like as long as Ethereum's existed. I don't know, 6 years. And it's great. So it also helps with our consensus stuff, because a lot of stuff the guys did in ETH2 for consensus is useful for us and Pulsechain. And that's the only thing we're really waiting on. So, you know, if you use the test net, which I consider to be the best game on the blockchain, hey, you like blockchain games? Guess what, guys? You get copies of all your coins in the pulsechain.com test net. Go try them out right now. You can trade them back and forth. You can do, you know, it's the same code. So you can do a lot of the same things. And everything else has been really good. Like PulseX, done tons of trades, tons of people doing buy and burns. You know, I've heard nothing but good things about the testnet. So we're basically, because things have taken as long as they have, we're more secure. We're able to improve other projects if we want. Not sure we will. You know, it's just funny. So in my mind, the two things people care about the most in Pulsechain are more coins, more throughput, lower fees. That's the primary value statement. And ETH 2.0 with this merge doesn't give you new coins, doesn't give you lower fees, doesn't give you higher throughput. And so our value proposition is totally clean. I like it. Everything's good. And then the less negative sell pressure on crypto as a whole from removing the miners having to get paid all the time is good for everything. Now, am I bullish on crypto? Not yet. Now remember, Hex ran up 60x versus Bitcoin the first time it dumped from 65K down 55%. So Hex can totally decorrelate from Bitcoin. I think it was kind of bad timing that it looks correlated now, because we had our own cycles, right? There were sacrifice phases. There was other things going on in our own cycles. And so I wouldn't be surprised if some point Hex started doing the same things it used to do, which is just overperforming like crazy. We'll see. I don't have a crystal ball. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, etc. But I mean, even recently when you saw Bitcoin like break under 20K, which people are really hoping for, they don't want to see, they don't like seeing Bitcoin under 20K. And then if you're a technical analyst, there's some things that say like support becomes resistance. And so, you know, what used to be resistance is support in theory, old 20K top, now 20K quote bottom, but actually didn't hold a 20K bottom at all. Didn't respect that at all. You know, went down to 17.5, is now sitting at, it was interesting. I saw the Euro and Bitcoin and the S&P 500 all pumped today. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're correlated. So yeah, I think as long as Grayscale Bitcoin's at a 33% discount, which it is, and they hold 1% of all Bitcoin, and, you know, the Ethereum merge might be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. I mean, we see lending, people that are borrowing Ethereum for the merge, they're paying like 15% APY to do it. And so, you know, there's some people interested in playing this merge game. And I think traditionally in crypto, buy the rumor, sell the new stuff is pretty common, you know. And so with the risk that Bitcoin dumps due to either just not doing its 85% dump yet, which would put it, you know, a little bit under 11K, and the 33% discount on Grayscale BTC, which has been consistent. I mean, it's been there for months. And the Mt. Gox coins being released at some point. Those guys suck so bad. Just give us a date, guys. Just give us a date. Let's go. Stop screwing around, you know? The comedy, that whole thing. And then we've got the Bitfinex coins they're trying to sell, which I think is like 94,000 coins or 84,000 coins or something. And then we've got Ross Ulbricht's coins, which I think is like 70,000 coins, somewhere between 54 and 74,000. Can't remember the exact number. I tweeted all these, so you can look these up. So we've got discounted Grayscale Bitcoin, which is 1% of all Bitcoin. We've got Mt. Gox, Bitfinex, and the federal marshals probably selling Ross Ulbricht's coins because he signed off to let them do it to pay his restitution. And then normal cycle dump, right? And then maybe buy the rumor, sell the news for merge. So in my mind, it's the dream bottom would be the Grayscale discount goes away. Some of those free coins that are going to get released by law, like the Japanese ones at Mt. Gox, or going to get dumped as a matter of law, which would be the Ulbricht ones of Silk Road fame. And then it's up in the air whether the Bitfinex ones will really get sold or not. You know, they might get refunded or they might get sold. Who knows? And there's, I think there was 94,000 coins there. You could look it up. So the dream would be those coins get dumped. Bitcoin's deficit to net asset value in Grayscale disappears. And then it does its traditional 11K and pray 85% dump. That's been a nice bottom. And then if they raised interest rates, oh boy, that'd be nice too. Because as long as they keep doing quantitative tightening, QT, it pushes down the stock market pushes down Bitcoin, Bitcoin pushes down Ethereum. That's how it goes. And then I like this next cycle is going to be hilarious because with Pulsechain, you know, like look at the situation Bitcoin's in. Is there DeFi in Bitcoin? Comedically, no. Is there high throughput? Is there low fees? Is there a roadmap? Nope. Is there good anonymity? Nope. Now I was just talking to a lawyer today about the Tornado Cash situation. And this, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, but he says that, you know, the sanction just addressed USDC, which means it could be the case that you can still use Tornado Cash using the ETH address. And as long as you're using IPFS to access the contract, you know, it seems like it should be okay. But if you mess this up, it's devastating. Don't mess it up. Be very careful. Get your own legal advice. You know, of the many things in this world that you want to toy with, sanctions are not one of them. The government takes them very, very seriously. So I would get legal advice from a lawyer before I did anything related to sanctions. So yeah, bear markets don't last forever, right? So if our top was, let's check the chart here, check the chat. So if we call the most recent local top, get on the daily here, in Bitcoin, if we call that November of 2021, and a year out would be, that's November 11th of November 10th of 2021. You know, that's 2 months from now. So if the bear market's only going to last 365 days, that's only 2 months and 4 days from now. Could happen, right? We could dump, make that firm bottom. And everyone else is thinking about this bear market. I'm thinking about the next bull market. As soon as we've got this consensus figured out, and I think we've got a good plan, as soon as this consensus is like executed and fixed on Pulsechain, it's going to be glorious. Imagine imagine all these new people that get to buy a massive dip. So when I got into crypto, I didn't get to buy a massive dip. I got to buy the top. So I bought Bitcoin at 30 and went down to 2. I was down 93.5% to start. It was like, oh, well, this sucks. Then you just hold. Then it goes up to 1,200, and then it goes down to 200, and then it goes up to 20,000, then it goes down to 3, and then it goes up to 14, then it goes to 4, and then it goes to 69, and then it goes to 17. That's the history. So being able to have so many people, like perhaps the people at this conference, buying at rates that are, 10 times cheaper, like for instance, Hex dipped 95%. Well, golly, that's a good dip. I mean, you could get, if you buy 95% dip, you're getting 20 times the stuff for the same economic energy that a person that had bought previously did. So in theory, that greatly reduces your risk because you're getting so much more stuff. I don't know why in crypto everyone loves to buy tops and sell bottoms, but if you have the opportunity to buy bottoms, like some people bought the big payday dip, well, that was glorious. They did very well on that. Some people bought that $2 dip. I didn't. I just held. But had I been a lot smarter, buying a 90% dip on something that went up another 20,000 fold, yeah, actually went up another 34,500 fold from $2. So it's a lot. It's a lot of extra movement. 34,500x from the bottom of the dip. That was my introduction to Bitcoin. What else do we got going? I mean, some of you guys may notice there was a US credit card on-ramp available for Hex, which would be buytohex.com. What else? Yeah, really, we're kind of waiting for consensus. That's the majority of what we care about right now. And we also, the documentary's done. So the highest of stakes documentary is complete, and they're just slapping the soundtrack on there now. So it's I hear a 40-piece orchestra. I'm not an expert on orchestras. I'm not, I don't listen to too much orchestral music. I guess we all do if we watch movies, because it's very common in movies. And apparently everyone that's seen it likes it. So I think it's going to be awesome when that comes out. So let's see what next year might look like. Pulsechain, PulseX, Hex on the Ethereum network, Hex on the Pulse network, documentary out, incentive token out. Tell us more about the incentive token. I don't know. People probably provide liquidity to it, and that'll be its claim to fame. What's Dogecoin's claim to fame? As a JPEG. This still seems to be a mechanic that works in crypto. What else? Racking my head here. Oh, yeah, the wallet's coming along. Mr. Wallet developer is still building out the wallet, so that's coming along. Anything else? I think that's all I can think about.